Nick, what is your take on culture? What's your definition?
I honestly think it starts with leadership. And I think it starts
Okay.
with building leadership within every person in your organization, especially if we're talking about sort of culture in an organization. I think that ultimately what we want from all of our people is ownership over
Mm,
your own sort of lane, your tasks, your job description, right? And I think that building that starts at the top. And what does
yeah.
leadership look like? It looks like a servant, right? How can I help you? How can I make you the best person and the best thing that you can be? And I think
Yeah.
that's what we see in all of the best leaders, right? I think that there is that culture from the 80s where it was kind of leadership from behind, right? Of,
Yeah.
you must do this for me, and if you don't, then you're failing me. And it's kind of toxic, right? So I
Yeah.
think that the better approach to building a culture and really just building a team is by example. And the leader has to lead by example. There cannot be any rules for thee, but not for me, right? If
Yep.
my wife is actually the head of human resources for a fintech company, and they're a fintech company, so primarily technology, but she's working on the return to office, and that's a sticking point for some people. But she
Yeah.
makes it a point that it's 3 days a week, so she goes in 3 days a week because ultimately she's in charge of that role, right? So
Yep.
she has to show that it's not just for you. I got to come in too. Everyone's going to do this, and we're all going to work in the same direction, and it's the
Yep.
direction set by that leadership.